Rumble, Spike, A True Friend by Swedish Diablo. One day, Spike was walking around town after he had helped Twilight with her organizing books and everything else in castle. Then he saw a wagon full with stuff. He saw a dark gray stallion with a gray stallion colt with him. Spike walked up to them, and the adult stallion was a Pegasi named Founder Lane. They both had moved from Cloudsdale to Ponyville. "Hello there," said Founder Lane. "Oh hi, I'm Spike." "I'm Founder Lane, and this is my little brother Rumble. We just moved here in from Cloudsdale." "Oh, well, welcome to Ponyville," said Spike. If you excuse me, I have to carry this table into the house." Yeah, sure." Rumble just stood there and didn't say much. "So, how do you like Ponyville so far?" But Rumble didn't answer. In fact, he was just ignoring Spike. Then he went into the house and Rumble Lane came out. "Sorry for my brother. He didn't like we should move here. He wanted to stay back in Cloudsdale, but I think he get used to it to live here." "Yeah, I think that's some for me as well. I actually from Canterlot myself, but after some time I get used to it. I have plenty of friends here, and I love it here." "Well, once again, welcome to our neighborhood. Thanks. We would like to live here." And just a few days afterwards, Spike was in the castle, and then he saw Rumble outside. He was by himself. Spike didn't have any more duties to do, so he decided to go outside, maybe talk to Rumble and perhaps be friendly. But Rumble didn't say much either. He just said hi, and then he just left. Spike tried to run after him, but then Rumble took off in the air and was gone. Spike wondered if he did something wrong. Then he encountered Founder Lane and even asked him why his brother is still so ignoring him, or at least not talking to him. Founder Lane explained that he's still not sure about his life in Ponyville rather from Cloudsdale. But Founder Lane is trying to at least help his brother to get used to adapt a new life in Ponyville from Cloudsdale. And it's hard at first. Even Rumble started to almost ignore his own brother. Founder Lane explained that he was the only one who's looking after Rumble since after their mother died, about almost a year before they moved there. Their father passed away shortly after Founder Lane was born. No, after Rumble was only 5 months old. So Rumble only had his brother as a father figure and also as a brother. That is the reason why Rumble started ignoring others, because he didn't want others part in his life, because he thinks that they will leave him, or rather just leave him alone. So that's why he always is nearby his own brother, so he could stay there, look after his older brother as he's look after him. Spike could sense a pride and no loyalty between the two brothers. But he wanted to be friends with Rumble, but he couldn't force Rumble to be his friend, no matter what he even tried. Sometimes he could meet Rumble at the park, in the town, or Sugar Corner, or even in the castle when he was there for a visit to read. He often tried to talk to Spike, or Spike tried to talk to him, but said no answer. Only said hi, no, yes, hi, only the answer he got. So Spike started to ignore it, and then suddenly stopped talking to Rumble. But after a while, Rumble has slowly started to get some friends. First it was Buttermatch, then Sweetable, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo. They were only a few of his trusted friends in town. But for most part of his spare time, it was by himself, either that or his brother. But when his brother was working with the local wedding team, he was alone, always at home or at the park. But he preferred to be alone. When he was in school, he was with some of his friends playing games or football or anything. But when he was spare time afterwards, he would always went home to read or sleep or play some games by himself. He wanted to have friends, but at the same time he didn't want to lose any other opponents as a friend, no matter what happened, so he decided to stay by himself. But one day when his brother came home from work early, he saw that Rumble was in the living room playing games by himself. At first, Van der Lane was to let him do it, but he thought that he would try to get some friends later on. That he did when Rumble told Van der Lane that he has some friends, but he thought maybe that he would still get used to have some friends and then perhaps one day to spend some time with them. But this day, it did happen. Now Van der Lane had enough. Rumble, you should spend more time with your friends when you have friends. I know that you don't want them to believe that they will leave you because, well, everyone else has done, like our parents did. But that was not their fault. You should know that. But Rumble didn't speak. He looked at his brother and continued speaking. He just didn't bother. For him, it doesn't matter if he's trying to spend some time with his brother or his friends. But then he said, I don't care. Van der Lane just dropped. Rumble, one day you have to got some new friends and even spend with them. Because one day I not be here. Because one day I might even happen an accident like my parents did. And that got Rumble to think. No! I don't let anything happen to you, brother, said Rumble. And he was terrified to even hear Van der Lane even speaking of that. But it's true, Rumble. You should at least spend some time with your friends after school. You can go to the park, play some games, or even you can bring them here. I don't mind if you bring some of your friends here to play some games. But then Van der Lane got something very much unusual to respond. Alright, I'll raise my friends here then. Fine, are you happy now? I can bring them here tomorrow. We can play some games or eat some lunch together or do something. And then he went his role. Van der Lane was stunned. Rumble had never spoken to him like that before. Never. So already the next day, Rumble after school had asked some of his friends to even wanted to came over to play some games, but Apple Bloom couldn't, because she had to went to help her siblings at the farm. And Scootaloo was trying to practice to flying with Rainbow Dash, and Sweetable was the only one who didn't have anything special to do. So she went home with Rumble. At first, Rumble wanted to try any fast game so she could go home faster. But after a while, they started to actually like the game together, and sure enough, Rumble started to enjoy her company. Then after they played one game, he brought another one and another one. They continued to play games almost like to 7 p.m. By the time Rumble's brother finally came home, and he saw that his brother was actually playing games with Sweetie Belle, and he was proud that his brother was trying, at least finally trying to get some friends over here to play some games or at least spend some time with them. But then something else happened. Van der Lane was talking to some of his friends from Cloudsdale that he might be able to get a part-time job there. And then Rumble thought, if he could get a work there, perhaps we can move back. But when Rumble found out that there's only a part-time work only for a couple of weeks, he was devastated. He was very hoping for that Van der Lane would accept that part-time job as like full-time later and they could be moved back to Cloudsdale. But it didn't. He was so angry at his own brother. So when he was about in the park, Spike was there and he saw him. Hi Rebel. Hi Spike. Are you okay? Just I'm just angry at my brother. That's all. Oh? Is something wrong? Rebel tried to explain what happened. Oh. Yeah, I can understand how you feel, Rumble. Oh, you can? Said Rumble with a sarcastic attitude. Yeah, when I first came here after the summer solstice, I thought that me and Twilight would move back to Canterlot afterwards. But but then she realized that she had true friends here and then wanted to stay and to continue her study. And after a while, well, I didn't want to stay here. But then, one of the few reasons that I stayed here is that I found many great friends here. And I stayed. And I love to live here. You might do as well. I don't think so, Spike. I hate to live here. I hate everything here. Ponyville sucks. Spike was taken aback when he said that. And before Spike could even say anything to Rumble had just left. Rumble was just flying away. But later the same evening, Van der Lane came home. Rumble, I'm home. But no answer. So he thought that Rumble was just at his room and already eating something and playing some games for himself. So Van der Lane didn't bother to ask him to bother him, so he made his own dinner, read some of some books, and then he went up to his room. But then he thought that he was going to tell Rumble, "Go to bed, you have school tomorrow." He knocked on the door, but no answer. So he thought maybe that he already went to bed. So opened the door closely, but the room was empty. Then he started looking in the bathroom, empty. He looked in his own room, empty. Looked in an attic, empty. In the basement, empty. Every room in where he thought that Rumble could be was empty. He wasn't even home. It seems that he hasn't even been home all day. So where was he? The time was already like 8 p.m. and already had started to get dark outside. And he started to get worried. So he immediately left the house, started to search the streets, in the park, at school, at his work, and he even started to ask around to some other opponents if they'd seen his brother, but no one hasn't. Then he started to look around everywhere else, but nothing. No pony had seen his brother. Then he sees Spike. "Oh, Spike, can you see Rumble?" "Yeah, I saw him earlier." "Why?" "He has been home. He hasn't seen him for hours. But I thought he was flying home after Zion in the park earlier. No, he hasn't, said Fanny. He was worried. All right, I ran home to the library to tell Twilight about this, and she can help ask her friends to help to find him. Thanks, Mike. And he started to run away. Later, just 10 minutes later, Spike, Twilight, Applejack, and the others was in the center of town, talking how to do the search we found in order. But Rainbow Dash said, I can search for fast above. Yeah, but Spike and Rainbow, the town is big, and there are so many places that he can hide where you can see him. Well, I can use my Sonic Rainbow. No, Rainbow, that is too much, said Applejack. You must think logically, said Rarity. He might be hiding somewhere behind some boxes or in some of the house or in the library. Oh, said Rarity, and saw Twilight looking at her. It's okay, I understand what you mean, said Twilight. Okay, everyone, we all start to look. Applejack, you with Spike, and the others, start. We'll meet here in about 10 minutes. Alright? Alright? So everybody started to look around town. They even asked us one of the neighbors, friends, but nobody had seen him. Now even they started to get worried. So where could Rumble have taken away? Then, after 10 minutes, they met at the center of the town again. Anyone? Any see pony? Anybody see Rumble? But everyone was shaking their head. And now, Rumble was so nervous and he couldn't even stand steady. And then he fainted. Oh, he must also been so worried that he fainted. Fluttershy and Rarities remains behind in town when they decided to go outside Ponyville to find any traces of him, or Rumble. But so far, nothing. Even Rainbow Dash was in the air, flying so fast back and forward to see any traces of him. But no. But then, Spike and Applejack was near the evergreen forest. Then he saw some fresh hoof prints on the ground. He must went into the forest by this time of the day. It is too dangerous to even I can even go in there, said Applejack. But we have to, said Spike. And then she took courage enough and she ran as fast into the forest. But then they had to split up. Alright, you go to the right, I go to the left, right? Meet here about 10 minutes. Yeah, okay. Applejack managed to find no trace of him. But then, when Spike was in the forest screaming for Rumble, he found him. He was actually trapped behind a timber wolf. Then suddenly, two more appeared. Spike used his fire breath as much as he could and managed to destroy at least two of the timber wolves, but one was only burned, easily burned, and was so angry at him. Both Rumble and even Spike managed to run as fast as they could back out from the forest and leave it. Rumble was so glad that Spike saved him. And back in town, Thunderlane was beyond upset against Rumble, and Rumble said that he didn't want to live in Ponyville, but now he has been saved by a true friend. How much Spike was truly meant as a friend, how he cared for him. And from that moment, Spike and Rumble became very true friends after what he did, after he saved him from 3 timber wolves. And from that moment also, Rumble would never leave Ponyville now. And that's how Rumble and Spike found a true friendship. The end.